Victory surely snatched away from Manchester United. A neat touch. Mikel Tati fires it. Onana. Well, it's a moment to forget for him again. And Sheki reacted like lightning and finished in clinical style. The deft flick. The perfect choice.
Okay, good morning to you, sport fans. Welcome to Sport Drive on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, the weekend is knocking on the door once again. And trust me, definitely we cannot wait to enjoy what the weekend has to offer as far as the world of football is concerned. Yes, talking about the Europa League yesterday, Manchester United were in action against Olympique Lyon. And at the end of the day, it was Olympique Lyon 2, Manchester United 2. And of course, what more can you say about Andre Onana? Yes, that man made another mistake in that particular encounter. And you definitely want to say all of the things that Nemanja Matic had to say concerning Andre Onana came to the fore once again yesterday night. But then the manager of the team, talking about Ruben Amorim, he came out to defend his goalkeeper, and they're saying Andre Onana is going nowhere next summer. Well, sport fans, welcome once again to Sport Drive on I-FLIER 103.3 FM, the city of Ibadan, and the voice of BIODUN, APENA, BIODUNSPORT. We've got a lot to discuss on the show this morning, and as I said earlier, the new weekend is upon us once again. We'll get to look at the matches that will go down today. I will take you through all of the matches that went down in the Europa League and the Conference League. Chelsea, yes, Chelsea got all the job done, scoring 3 goals against Legia Warsaw. We talked about them on the show this morning. And remember, we'll talk about the home front also. Ikorodu City, the Oga Boys, scored a 6 yesterday, and that is the biggest result so far for them this season. But then, Can they go all the way to qualify for the continent? All of that and many more we'll get to discuss on the show this morning. So in case you're just joining us for the first time, welcome on board. It's time to ride on the show once again this morning. Right, let's start by picking our first story from the home front, and where to do that is the camp of Ikorodu City. Yes, Ikorodu City recorded the biggest winner in the Nigerian Premier Football League this season, scoring 6 goals against Katsina United. Well, a lot of banter has been going on social media concerning Katsina United. And of course, for Ikorodu City, well, big congratulations to them, scoring 6 goals in their rescheduled game on March Day 31 yesterday evening. Yes, the likes of Ayomide Cole back the praise before Tosin Oyedoku, Oladimeji Dada, Shola Adelani, and Emmanuel Solomon scoring all the other goals. Nurudeen Awero side are currently making that leap to go and play on the continent next season, and so far so good. Ikorodu City have scored a total of 48 goals this season. That is really huge for the Lagos-based club. Once again, big congratulations to the fans of Ikorodu City as it concerns their success yesterday. Let's move elsewhere. Let's go celebrate Nigerians International. Let's go talk about Victor Osimhen. What is next for that young man? Chelsea Football Club, Manchester United, or Arsenal? This morning that your guy come to Chelsea, come and make the difference, just like the likes of Didier Drogba made it at Chelsea back then. But you ask yourself, can Chelsea go all the way to sign the Nigerian international? Yes, according to report this morning, John Mikel Obi is advising Victor Osimhen to come down to Chelsea next summer. And according to the camp of Chelsea, yes, Todd Boehly says he would do everything possible to bring the Nigerian international back to Chelsea, where they've been knocking on the door. The likes of Manchester United and Arsenal also are really interested in Nigerian international. Maybe we'll get to see Victor Osimhen in the camp of Chelsea next season. We cannot say, but then the young man is currently doing well for himself in the Turkish Super League with Galatasaray. Right, quickly, let's move away from the world of football. Let's talk basketball this morning. Let's talk about the success of Rivers UPAT, who are currently doing well in the Basketball League Championship currently going on out there in Morocco. Yes, once again, they got the job done against their opponent. And as it stands right now, they are currently in second position in their group. Let me bring you up to date with the group. Yes, quickly before I go into all of that, they were in action yesterday evening and they won 79-71 over Morocco side FCUS Rabat. Yes, another consecutive win for Rivers UPAT. Brilliant team, you must say, but then what is expected of them is what they are currently doing right now. And of course, you can say they've got what it takes to go on and win that championship. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how well they can go as far as that competition is concerned. So let me bring you up to date with how they stand on the table for this season. for the basketball championship. They are currently placed in second position with 7 points so far. They've won 3 games in total and lost just 1 game against Al Ittihad. Of course, that game was really difficult for them, but then they tried all the possible best to get something out of that, but then eventually correction after losing to the hands of Al Ittihad, and they got all the job done against FCUX Rabat, winning 79-71, and that placed them in second position with 7 points so far. Well, for Al Ittihad, they've won all of their 4 games, and they are currently placed in number 1 position with a total of 8 points. That is the best, club in that Kalahari conference. Talking about the conference of Rivers UPass, but still to come, I will definitely get to see other teams in action. Also, those in Neo conference, those in Sahara conference. Also, all of these, particular conference, they are yet to play any game so far. But then talking about Rivers UPass, a big congratulations to them once again for getting the job done. They are currently placed in second position with 7 points. Okay, in case you're just joining us, you're still listening to Sport Drive on I-FLIER 103.3 FM with BIODUN APENA on this lovely Friday morning. You can also be part of the conversation by calling 0705 500 1033, 0705 500 1033, or you call 09054 44 1033. That is the number, yes, to be part of the conversation on the show this morning. Let's talk about Manchester United, and what do you make of Andre Onana mistake yesterday that led to the final goal? Yes, that goal was scored by Ryan Sheki, one of the best player in the Lyon camp right now. In fact, that young man is being courted by the likes of Arsenal and, of course, Manchester United. And finally got the final goal for Olympique Lyon. Got them the final goal in that particular encounter yesterday. Of course, it was a draw. Really, really interesting to see, because prior to that game, I thought Manchester United, would ride over Lyon. But looking at that game yesterday, wow, Lyon was really, really spectacular yesterday. But then Manchester United also, they came back from the dead. They conceded first, but then the likes of Bruno Fernandes was really instrumental for them. And not forget, Joshua Zexi also came all from the bench. And of course, he got a goal for Manchester United. So Manchester United can actually get the necessary win at Old Trafford next week. But then, trust me, it's going to be very, very hard, because that Lyon team, they've got a lot of experienced players in their team, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see what Ruben Amorim led side will get to do against Lyon in the second leg. Okay, moving forward, let's talk about one of the biggest story in the world of football this morning. Yes, talking about the camp of Liverpool. Well, this is a major news for the camp of Liverpool, because Mo Salah has finally signed a 2-year contract until the year 2027. And that is really, really huge. This man has been the best player, in the camp of Liverpool, and of course, to a larger extent, also in the English Premier League since he joined from Fiorentina, and he has been one of the best player in terms of, his output for his club, and of course, his performance in the English Premier League also. So I think Liverpool deserve another great performance from this man. But then signing 2 years contract is really good, but then can he keep up with this kind of momentum going forward into next season? But then according to the camp of Liverpool and Mo Salah himself, He says, and I quote, I sign because I think we have a chance to win other trophy and enjoy football. I had my best year. I played 8 years. Hopefully, it's going to be 10. Enjoying my life here, enjoying my football. I would love to say to the fans, I'm very much happy here and I'm ready to take the battle once again. Those are the words of Mo Salah, who recently signed a 2-year contract until 2027. Well, we are expecting the captain of the team, also Virgil van Dijk, to also put pen to paper, but then we should be able to get that one before the end of the month. But once again, big congratulations to the Liverpool fans and of course Mo Salah himself for signing a new contract. We all thought Liverpool will let go of Mo Salah, but then they had a rethink because Trent Alexander-Arnold is reportedly being linked to Real Madrid and is expected to join Madrid in the summer. So it was really, really understandable. They cannot afford to let go of Mo Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and of course the likes of Virgil van Dijk also in a season. That is going to be a major blow for them. So it is understandable that they are giving Mo Salah a new contract, and of course Virgil van Dijk. In the Europa League, put a 2-2 draw yesterday in France against Olympique Lyon, and of course looking back at that game once again, it was an interesting game. I saw Olympique Lyon and I was really impressed with that team. I said they've got a lot of experienced players, also former Arsenal, who at some point played for Bayern Munich also was there. A lot of brilliant players. Niakite also, one guy who at some point played in the English Premier League for, I think, Nottingham Forest. Yes, all of these guys were in that team. You could tell they were going to give Manchester United a run for their money, and exactly what happened yesterday. But trust me, Manchester United will definitely want to claw their way back in the second leg, and they've got what it takes to go into that game in the second leg. But then let's listen to the manager of the team talking about Ruben Amorim, who says he's made a lot of mistakes this season compared to Andre Onana. That is a manager who has come out to defend his goalkeeper. But then fans of football are saying Andre Onana, particularly Manchester United fans, they are saying Andre Onana needs to leave Manchester United next season because of the accumulated mistakes this man has been able to actually made for Manchester United. But then you cannot fault him. The team as a whole is not doing well, so it's also trickled down to the goalkeeper also. But then that doesn't mean Andre Onana has not been very bad in terms of his own premier assignment. Also, it's been really bad for Manchester United. But then let's listen to the manager of the team, Ruben Amorim.
Make mistakes, and if you look at the season, I make more mistakes than them during these last games and during these last months. So that can happen. The good thing is that we have one more game to change everything. So that should be our focus. The best thing is to look at the game.
Right, there you have it, the voice of Ruben Amorim, the manager of Manchester United. He says that they've got just one game to rewrite the wrong in France yesterday. Well, they've got what it takes. They've got the player. They've got a brilliant player that can actually do the necessary job for them against Olympique Lyon at the Old Trafford next week. Well, it's going to be really interesting because that Lyon team I saw yesterday is going to be very hard for Manchester United to beat them. But just like the manager said, they've got the necessary quality to defeat Olympique Lyon in the second leg. Right, let's look at a comment on Facebook this morning. We've got Daddy Fashino Isiaka. He says, well done, BIODUN Aquino. Good morning. Thank you very much, Daddy. And of course, Arani Yaya says, up Chelsea. up Chelsea. Well, Chelsea won yesterday against Legia Warsaw. Of course, it is not even a surprise for me, because if you look at that team and Chelsea, the quality, the golfing quality is just too big for Chelsea, to fail not to win that game. But then they did really well. The likes of Christopher Nkunku and the likes of Noni Madueke, these guys really played well yesterday, and Chelsea picked the necessary win. And trust me, going back to the Stamford Bridge next week is going to be really fantastic. They should be doing a double over Legia Warsaw next week. So once again, big congratulations to all Chelsea fans, because as I said on the show yesterday, they should be winning the Conference League. They have no excuse not to win. These are the two teams that can actually give Chelsea a run for their money. But as far as Chelsea is concerned, they've got a lot of quality players in that team that can also alter all of these teams. So Chelsea, this is big opportunity for you guys to go all the way and win a trophy this season.